Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of LLG's Random But Real. We use I should say it this way first, that we have conversations about any and all things random with the entree, not a side dish of mental health advocacy. I guess I'm speaking too fast. Afternoon. It's not even morning, evening, whatever time of day it is, right? And for those of y'all have been watching and those who have not, I use my performance, literary, and communication art skills to bring about awareness about mental health and related topics. And this season, we have been speaking about relationships, all different types of relationships, familial, significant other, or romantic, um, work relationships, just anything relationship. That's what we've been focusing on. So we are excited to have you all join us. And I'm gonna actually let my co-hosts uh, introduce themselves. Why are you laughing? You introduce yourself. Which one
Ladies
would like to
first.
go first?
Ladies first.
Thank you, sir. Hey, everybody. It's me, Erica. Welcome.
That's it. That's all you want to give the people?
It's just the introduction. It's,
Oh,
it's
okay.
the
Uh,
appetizer.
hey everybody, Chef.
Wow,
That's it.
that's what
Just
I'm
like that.
saying. That
I
was.
mean, yeah. I mean, that's usually me though.
Okay.
It's not usually
Okay.
like that bad.
Oh,
It
hey
was really
everybody
like
out there in the internet world. This is Chef.
it's a little bit better. I don't know. Erica, are
I,
you? Go
I
on.
don't like introductions. I told you guys in the beginning, so you know.
Guess whose world it is though? Not chefs.
Maybe I need help with a cool introduction. I don't know how to introduce myself.
We'll work that out.
Let me introduce myself. Something like that. You know,
Yeah.
it's a lyric. It's
What
always a
happened?
lyric.
What just happened?
It's always a lyric. There's
That was
always a
her.
lyric.
Oh, okay. Okay.
She was getting ready to rap for you. You know
Yeah.
what
Oh, a rapper.
You.
Okay.
I'm
Right.
saying? Oh my gosh. As you can see, Chef always keeps me laughing. And he's already got jokes. And it's just like not even the first 5 minutes.
Mhm.
Thanks, y'all. I rearranged some things. So I'm playing around with some
Now I
things.
kind of miss you guys. Everybody out
Oh,
Aw.
there.
are you about
I
to break
haven't
out in your
Wait a minute. You
songs?
talking to us or them or all of us?
all of y'all.
Oh, okay. Okay. Because I was about to say, oh, and then I was like, wait a minute. Maybe he didn't mean us, but
We're
still,
talking
Why
that's
you
fine.
why
about
you take something so positive and just turned it?
I am the epitome of positivity. What are you talking about?
Okay, so this is how we're stopping.
This
We're
is
starting. We need to talk about their relationship clearly, because
this is how it happens.
this is just a lot for Miss Gilliam. I don't know what's going on there. So, like, first we want to shout out Chef. Like, he had a birthday, so sometimes we pre-record this and sometimes we do it live. So it's a little bit of both. But I definitely want to, shout him out. So happy birthday, happy belated birthday to you. I
Thank you.
celebrate all month or a week or
Me
something. You
too. Me
celebrate.
too. I'm greedy. We're alike.
So it's a whole month.
Yeah.
You know what? If I had gotten my food by now, you might like.
It's always gonna come back to the food.
There's things called favors. So you help your friends out. You know what I'm saying? This friend
I
could
can't
use some help.
I can't Uber some Subway.
I mean, you might not be able to Uber it, but there's DoorDash. Yeah, there's Uber Eats. I would probably take it. I don't know though. Could I change that in for some Jersey Mike's?
I'm about to say
It,
that one went over your head,
It
Lisa.
did.
I,
It went over your head.
I heard. I know he was talking
Oh.
about the guy.
Well, he was talking about Subway because
Subway.
Just right, the
he's
guy.
still, yeah.
And that's fine. That's why I showed you my kitten heels the other day.
I seen them. Seen them.
Some expensive kitten heels, yo.
I can
Seriously.
tell. Yeah.
You playing. See
Wow.
why they really were. They were, you know what I'm saying? But that's right, I got a lot of compliments on them because,
You can you take those to the trail?
to the trail.
Yeah, boots on the ground. The trail ride.
I wouldn't.
Oh, why not?
I can't keep stable with I told you. Like seriously, y'all. So although I'm not supposed to really be talking about it, I am just gonna mention it. So seriously, when I
I'm about to say.
don't say it.
Mm-mm.
Okay. All right. So I'm trying to just stay stable. That's better. See, thank you, Erica. I mean,
You're welcome.
it wasn't nothing bad. It's just, yeah,
No, but
you're
you
right.
do have to reveal everything.
I understand. I mean, I did talk about it already, though. That was before I.
You want me to tell the people? Because I tell
No,
the people
no, don't
that you
tell them.
found all that money. Oh, okay.
Oh, well, you could tell that if that was the
Hey,
case. I definitely
oh,
ain't
okay.
find no money.
Oh, okay.
That
I
didn't
ain't want.
happen.
I mean, well, I ain't want to let the cat out the bag.
I mean, it would have been a whole big cat because nothing's happening over here.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm not able to see Erica. So yeah, you might have
Mhm.
to be the person if there is anybody to say anything. So
Got it.
for those of y'all who joined later, like we do post where we talk about live. We do these every 2 weeks, and so they're live on YouTube on my page, youtube.com/one singing lady. That's spelled all the way out. ONESINGINGLADY. And then it posts on our other sites, Amazon, Apple, iHeart, wherever you find podcasts. Spotify, can't forget Spotify because they make it possible to show to other places. All right, so with that being said, since it was your birthday, we should start with you, Chef. Like, what do you think should happen with birthdays in relationships? Whether it's a significant other relationship, familial relationship, look at his eyes, or a friendship or a work relationship. Do you feel like people should do something for you, or should they at least wish you a happy birthday? Should they give you a card? Should they text you? Like, what should happen?
So, so on my birthday, only thing that I ask people to do is just happy birthday, and what I get is more than that. So I'm really loved. My birthday is always special to me, but that's
Oh,
just show you how strong my relationship with some people are.
that's
So it really,
awesome.
yeah, and it just
So
begun.
off the record, would you be mad if we didn't say happy birthday to you? I mean, we do this every 2 weeks, and we were just like, I know it's his
No, no,
birthday.
no, 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 because how would you would have known if
I
I
mean,
never said anything?
right, but you did. So that's my point. If you did and you didn't say, because I get salty, like you can't say happy birthday. I'm not talking about gifts and stuff. Like gifts are not my love language. I don't turn them away if I get them. Thank you, but that's not my love language. But
Right.
a sincere thought that you took the time to like pick up the phone or call or text, just in your day, that means a lot to me. And a card, like especially if I see you all the time, like I don't need you to mail it. But if you're somebody I see regularly, then yeah, that just takes it to a whole nother level. What about you?
Um, nah, I wouldn't have been mad. I would have just if I told you and you knew about it and you didn't say nothing, then I know who you are. That's all.
Facts. Erica, what about you?
So I have a summer birthday, and therefore, growing up, I wasn't in school on my birthday, right? If you remember my birthday, like you remember the date, that's great. I hear what y'all are saying, and I agree. If someone knows it's your birthday, I mean, the least they can do is say happy birthday, right? But what if people don't remember the exact date? They know it's around this time, but they might not remember the exact date.
That is not my
And
birthday. I'm salty. Don't wish me. It's like I will take a belated happy birthday, but if you my friend, like my friend,
Mhm.
and you gonna do it on the day after or the day before, I don't know. It does something for me.
So I'm going to be very transparent. I am so thankful for social media
It
because if we're
helps.
Facebook friends, it's going to tell me that it's your birthday. Or even when it's not your birthday, I can go to your page and look at your birthday. And
Mm-hmm.
because I might
Plus,
not
you need that
remember the
reminder.
exact day.
Absolutely. And I could be like that too. Like, believe it or not, because I was like, he gonna think that I saw this on Facebook. No, when I care about a person, it goes in my calendar, on my calendar. And so it shows me there first. But I do, if I'm connected to somebody on social media and I have your private number, I will send it twice. I mean, it's birthday love. But usually I have the information. Why are you laughing? Because you were probably surprised, huh? Like she already wished me happy birthday. Were you thinking something? I feel like you might have been thinking something, Chef, because you're always
I
thinking.
I didn't even say nothing yet.
Yeah, your facial expressions. They said something. So tell me.
Are you okay?
Yep, I'm done.
Okay. So, wow.
Oh my gosh, that's
I wouldn't
funny.
be mad. I wouldn't be mad at all. That's all I want to say. I wouldn't have been mad. I just know who you are. If I told you. Now, if I didn't, I don't always tell people about my birthday or anything like that, but it's a federal holiday to me. To
Federal.
me.
Mine actually is a holiday. I get
Yeah.
fireworks and everything.
Oh, 4th of July.
I mean, that's what the people
Man.
say the fireworks are for, but I
Oh,
beg to differ.
Independence. Independence. Okay.
I think the fireworks are for me.
Mm.
Okay.
Superstar.
Then maybe I have the wrong date. What's
No, my
your
birthday is not on the 4th.
Okay, I was like, wait.
Oh.
I
It's
know
not
it's
on the 4th.
around that time, but I was like, I never known it
And
to
they
be
do
on the
these
fourth.
fireworks every year. Like, okay.
Wow.
Okay. I mean, if that's what makes you happy and that's what you
Eh,
think.
that's what I tell myself, yes.
Okay. Well,
I
we'll
mean,
go
since
with
we,
that.
claiming holidays for our birthdays and all, that's all.
Okay. We'll go with that.
I feel like that was a little, you know,
A lot.
no, a jab a little bit since we
I,
claiming
I
holidays.
mean, yeah, you said your birthday was a holiday.
Wow.
And I'm just saying for my birthday, they actually do fireworks.
Are you trying to one up me right now? That's what, is this what this is?
this
It's
is what
not a one
what
up.
she does on
I,
your
I just
birthday.
I
That's what
just feel like
happens.
you just tried to one up me right now.
No, I'm just keeping it spicy. I'm just kidding. Go on, Lisa. What so we were
Eric
talking
said
about.
hi. We went to junior high school together. Hey, Eric, how are
Oh
you?
yeah.
So I'm just, if I look down, I'm looking at the
Yeah, you saw
messages.
it before I did.
Yep, it's all
Hey
good.
Eric.
You're not gonna say hi, Chef? What's up,
What's up, Eric?
Eric?
Eric.
He cracks me up, y'all. I don't know. I look forward to this like every 2 weeks, even though it usually is something happening that gets us here. But this dude right here, I'm very thankful. Thank you, Tracy, for introducing
I
me.
love you, Tracy.
She's not one yet. She had to do something, but she's
Yeah,
gonna
but
watch the
she's
replay.
gonna Tracy is
She gonna see. She definitely is supportive.
yeah, man. Wow. A beautiful soul.
Absolutely, I agree.
Yes.
Yeah,
I can agree. I've had a chance to meet her too.
that's lovely.
Yeah.
Like, I would hope someone would say that about me. Anyway, that's a whole other story. We won't talk about that. Anyway, Erica.
Yes.
Who would you like to talk about today on this episode of Random But Real?
So actually, you gave us something to kind of dive into. Um and I experienced it even recently at work. We talked about it. You know, when people kind of start self-sabotaging themselves in situations and in relationships. So I'm wondering what we all have to say about that. Self-sabotage in a relationship.
You start.
Me. Okay. Um I think when I was younger, before I met my husband, I'm really very shy. I know one might not think that about me, but I'm not very forward. Um, and I wasn't one to really express my interest to a guy. Like, but if he expressed interest in me, I would, kind of try to reciprocate. But I think that I probably, back then when I look at it, I probably was very self-sabotaging because I would just really, I was always just like everybody's little sister kind of, you know, that was like the feel when I was in like high school and early college. And so I probably self-sabotaged myself a lot by just downplaying maybe what I could bring to the table and just kind of stayed in that place of like someone's, little sister type. I don't know that I've done it in this relationship that I'm in right now.
You were
Sorry.
thinking hard.
I was trying to think. But yeah, I don't know. Let's see what the conversation brings about. Maybe it'll give me something else to add to it.
Well, I looking at the clip that you sent, I had a whole lot to say until I looked at it again. I feel like
Said, I know you did.
I, yeah, I looked at it twice because the first time I wanted I could relate more about self-sabotaging because I do it a lot and well I've done it a lot in my past. Because I kind of did the same thing the guy was talking about was lock off rooms in my heart. Well, I didn't feel like nobody could reach. However, however, after looking at the clip the second time, I realized how powerful influential woman is. Um, a woman that can see through all that. And it amazes me that how he was inspired to tell a story based on who he met because she changed his life and his perspective on relationships and he unlocked all the rooms just to satisfy her.
I thought he didn't end up with I think he was saying he didn't. He should have.
Nah, 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 nah.
Did
It's
you
a
see the
part.
same?
It's a
It's a.
part two. It's
Oh
a
yeah,
part
no,
two to
I
that.
didn't look at the. Okay,
Oh,
yes,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
This was
Ah,
just the first
okay.
part. So
I'm
initially he didn't and so it took him going through that to get to that point. But he was one thing I liked about it is that he was vulnerable and honest about where he was.
right.
I was watching this week. It keeps on coming up because it made me look at myself because I always end up. I don't really now self sabotage, but I never really feel like I am one. WON. Like I am a catch, but I'm not one. Somebody somewhere it always stops before the prize is actually accepted. Me being the prize, female being the prize.
Hmm.
Okay. And so one of the things that he was saying that really kind of made me think was I I really started thinking about a particular person and I was just like, maybe I wasn't what they wanted. Or some of the things that he mentioned in the video, I was like, dang, that was him. That was he went through that. He went through that and that too. So maybe it wasn't me. Like I've done work. I'm not saying I think that life is about work though. Like I think that I don't know that we ever are 100% healed, 100% whole until we're dead. Back with Christ, the one who created us. That's really kind of where I stand on that. I feel like growth is a process, and as long as we're living, there's always some area we could be growing in, or maturing in, or getting better in. So it really just kind of made me look at myself, but I appreciated the fact because I also just as a person, I've counseled a lot of people. I have a lot of male friends, and some of them never reach that level of acceptance or honesty. I think it takes a lot, though, for someone to open up their heart in that way. And I hate to say it, but I'm going to be honest. Because of her, like, there's locks on my heart now that weren't there before.
So I get that, right? Like, as people, we're going to do that. If we've been hurt, we're going to protect ourselves, as we should. But I have a male friend, a former coworker, and he is divorced. And in that divorce, it was very hurtful for him. Just, that the relationship ended in the way that it did. They don't have any children together. Um, but now, like, when we talk, when we catch up with each other, he's so like guarded. And now it's everybody. Like, every woman is terrible. Every woman is no good. And I'm just like, I'm really sorry that, the marriage didn't work out. But that was one person who did you the way you felt I'm not saying she did it because it's not for me to say. This is his perspective, right? That's one person who did you dirty. It doesn't mean that everybody is like that. But I understand that just naturally as people, we do react that way. We do shut off. We do, hold people at arm's length. I like to think, and I'm definitely speaking hypothetically here because I don't know, but I like to think that, if this marriage doesn't work out for me, right, that I would be, still open to relationships. I'm not going to like take this one and be like, oh, it didn't work out. So, boo, no more.
So I'm open, but I'm open with a little bit of hurt. Like
and I mean,
I have a song that I wrote called "I Give Up on Us." When I first wrote it, I might have brought that up here too. Y'all can find it on YouTube. I would play it, but YouTube doesn't even allow me to play my own stuff on the show. I know, without getting dinged. So look it up, Lisa Gilliam. It's on my page, One Singing Lady, and I talked about initially the title was "I Give Up on Love" because the guy that I was dealing with at the time, that's how he made me feel. Like it takes a lot for me to hate a person. I don't hate him. But sometimes the feeling of wanting to hate somebody rises up in me. But because of being a Christian and trying to do things the way that God wants, I, was like, nope, I'm not giving up on love, but I do give up on us. And then that didn't even happen. True, because I think it was a back and forth situation. I know, right? Back and forth situation for years. And it's kind of crazy. And the funny thing, he was like, that's like your best song ever. I'm like, it's about you. Like, you the one that made me feel all these emotions.
You
like
had a Mary J. Blige moment, huh?
Man, which one?
Name my album.
What's the point? What?
Name my album.
I'm like, but the song, like if I did record R&B record, I would definitely put that on there because anybody that's gone through any breakups to that level, or that extent, you would understand the lyrics of that song. When y'all get a chance, I think you've listened to it, right? You might have heard it, Erica.
I have heard it before. I'd have to listen to it again, though, to pay attention to the words, but I have heard it. But I'm not suggesting that one wouldn't have, hurt that they carry from one place to another. I mean, we all do that in any relationship, right? Mm-hmm. That's not what I'm suggesting. But what I am saying is that sometimes people take one, and it might be a heavy one. It might have been the only one. It might have been the longest one. It might have been the most hurtful one. So I get why it stands out. But sometimes people take that one and they let it be the parameter for everything else. Yeah. And that's all I'm saying is that, there are so many different people out here, so many different scenarios and ways that we can't let just one person ruin it for everybody else. Because just like that bad apple, there's a really good sweet apple out there too.
Where is it? Because it's not falling from the tree yet. I've been waiting for but sometimes it's like every year I think it's going to be better. I think things going to be better. I find the person, like the last one threw me for a loop. They may or may not see this. I just really wasn't expecting that because it was not, like I was sharing with you earlier today, it wasn't what the norm had been, And it's hard when you're doing the right thing and you still get the spoiled milk, the bad apple, so sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm half a century plus 2 years old, God. Like I know he knows this, but just in case, you weren't thinking about that. And I still don't have, now I'm grateful that I care enough about me that I'm not going to fall into just anything just because. Like I'm not getting married. I could have been married. If marriage was the only reason or the only goal, that would have already been done. But I'm not trying to get into a marriage and be just as hemmed up. You know what I'm saying? As I could have been black. No, so I appreciate my freedom. And whoever the next person is, like I think about what you said, Chef, it was a few shows ago, and you were like, are you really ready? Yes, I'm really ready. I am. But I'm not, I'll know when it's actual time to try again, to be open to someone again. And I've had plenty of really nice guys. Just like I've had plenty of not so nice guys in my life. But it's something about the way I feel, the way I think, the way I am around them that will make me want to be like, yep, I'm willing to give this a chance. Because I think deep down, deep down, because of also the hurt, there's some commitment issues on my end too. And that's not just with relationships, like male significant relationships. It's also with like friends, people that I'm supposed to trust or that I trusted. Like I'm in a place where I feel like I am rebuilding, similar to what we were talking about earlier today. Um, because you can't hurt me in the manner that you did and me be okay or even be willing to allow somebody else in that space. There's some, I feel like you could be, let me explain ready and healed at the same time, right? So you might have a scar from something that happened, like an actual cut, and you get a scar. That doesn't mean it. The scar for me is part of the healing process. Like it may not hurt anymore. I'm touching because I actually have. I don't know how I got a cut on my arm, but I have one there. It is healing. It's a scar there. When I touch it, it doesn't hurt. It's whatever. It's there. So it's getting ready, or it's ready to still. I can still move it. I can still do stuff, whatever. But it's not, because the scar is there. It's still healing.
Mm-hmm.
I have a poem about that too. Bandage or bondage. You know what I'm saying? When the scar forms. And so a lot of people get the scabs that are there to mean that, oh, you're not over, you're not healed or whatever. No, sometimes there's different levels to the level of healing that you need. And sometimes I do believe that God sometimes sends people in your life, not necessarily a significant other, but people, a person, to help you navigate through those places. Chef, it looks like you got something to say. And you too, Erica.
Mm-hmm.
Corinthians chapter 7, verse 7 describes God saying, I grant you marriage and I grant you singleness. So not everybody's going to be married and not everybody is going to have a relationship. Some people are just going to be by themselves, and you make do with that. You make do with that. You know, we all chasing something, but I don't ever want anybody to lose themselves in the chase and forget about who they are and where they at and what they should be doing for themselves. It's a lot of energy running around, always thinking about how to, get into the next situation. You know, every once in a while we just got to sit back and be like, what can I do for myself? How can I love on me from where I'm at? Sometimes we got to lead from where we are to get ahead and do better for ourselves, because that Boaz comes and he's like, oh wow, she show up for herself every day. Man, I got to meet her. I got to know who that is over there. You know, yeah. So read that. I think that's a good chapter to start at, for anybody out there. Anybody out there.
So I'm saying I've read it several times.
Yeah.
I probably preached about it too.
Yeah.
And I'm not, look, I think that's the disappointment, because I have been, I'm not chasing nobody now. They're chasing me. But I'm not like, well, I want to be with you. Please, you're the person. No.
You see, but see, that's what's good about that verse. Because although you got people chasing you chasing something else. And you missing what's in between them chasing you and you chasing something else. It's a
I'm not
gap
missing
right
anything.
there. Okay,
Because
well,
this is the other thing about the word.
what
Like, he
what
also doesn't give you desires of your heart. And I know what he's told me.
mhm.
Like, I have not said that here, but I know what he's told me. And so if my will is to line up with his will, then me being by myself is not going to be that. It's just that
I
much I do
understand that.
know. But I'm
No,
not
well,
meaning I'm saying right now nothing's missing. I'm still working on me, where I could have given in and just been like, and I know some people who would have done that and just been like, I don't want to be by myself. So that's not where I am at all. I'm not, they can
no,
do whatever. I've been honest with them about their whatever it is that they're trying to do, but that's not where I am. And so I would not be a person, I call it stringing along. The desire to be married is always going to be there, but my desire to be married will never overshadow someone just because you say it doesn't mean God has not put that in my spirit. He has not told me that that's that. So I can still have friends. I might hang out with people, whatever, and you never know. Sometimes spending time with a person changes your outlook or what you thought. The more you get to know them, you find out really who they are. And it could always, maybe not always, but it could change. But right now, that's just not where I am.
So let me do a little PC, a little QCing. Um, Generally speaking, I was just saying that God grants both for anybody in this situation. So I mean, I
Oh, yeah,
wasn't talking I wasn't talking about your situation. I
I
was,
got you.
generally speaking.
Understood, Chef.
That's all I wanted to say.
But I
But if
was being specific about me. I heard you.
oh,
I
okay,
didn't think you were
okay.
coming at me. I was
Oh,
just
okay.
saying where I said we're
You
good. We
you
here.
started talking about some. I'm over here talking about Ruth and Boaz. You over here, you was talking about some. What you just say about
It's okay. We can go to the next subject.
So just to
Go on,
take
Eric.
it back, right, to the self-sabotaging thing, right? So I said in the beginning that I had like a great example. And it's not even on a romantic level. In the work that I do in the field of education, it never fails every year when the kids who are seniors or about to graduate get closer in the schools that I've been in, they
But
start
wow,
cutting up. They start cutting up. But you can take that and you can apply it to relationships, right? Sometimes when we get closer to that thing we say we want, that thing that we've been striving for, we do things that aren't conducive to attaining them because it's scary. That next step sometimes can be very scary. What would it look like to really give up my independence and merge with someone else? For some person, that could be what scares them. What could it look like to really give this person my heart, trust them completely, and they let me down? That could be someone's, worry, right? So it's a lot, I think, that goes with it. But like I try to explain to my friend, my coworker, again, you can't let that one scenario stop you from the potential of something that could be really great.
absolutely.
And that would just always be my take, even for myself. If
I
if
got
this if this marriage were not to work out, I cannot say, you know what, marriage ain't for me. I ain't doing it no more because I tried it and it didn't work. It's a
say that to
thousand
my
reasons.
friend because he's like, I'm just. I
But it's
don't
a
know if he's
thousand
watching or
reasons why
not. A
this
different
one didn't
person.
work out, right?
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
doesn't mean that another one won't work out. Now, if I didn't had 2 marriages, 3 marriages, and they didn't all work out, well, then I might need to take some.
Common denominator situation.
Is it me? Or am I just picking all the wrong people? And if I'm picking all the wrong people, do
God
I
in the
trust
beginning.
myself to pick the next person correctly? So that's my take. That's my take.
Yeah.
do when do we start like before we go out and date, do like a self-evaluation? Like when do that kick in when you in a relationship or before you like before?
I
Mine's
think it
throughout
depends on
beginning.
how emotionally mature you really are. Like, okay, again, I have young people right now, and they dating. They out here, right? Not out here, but they're dating, right? I don't know that they're necessarily thinking like that, but then again, they might be thinking like that. But which one of my, if I had to pick one of my 4 children who's ready today, do I go with the one who's the oldest because she's the oldest and she should be most ready? Or do I go with one of the younger ones because they've done some self work? They've done some reflection. They are mature and ready for that kind of relationship. So I think it just depends on the person and kind of where they are.
I think it's throughout. I think we should be doing it when we're single. I think we should be doing it within the relationship, and if the relationship ends, afterwards too. I'm really big on self checks and seeing where I am, because how can I present my best self if I don't know myself? How can I, I want to talk about our flaws. Like, clearly, I have some. And unfortunately, I don't know if you feel this way, Erica. Because I was a counselor, I'm taught to read the nonverbals. I can see flaws 50 miles away from somebody else. It doesn't have to be a significant other either. I'm like, oh, yep, this is this. And this is going to probably be. Now, it may not end the way that I thought, but I could tell when this is a problem and when it's not. And what I've learned is, because I'm pretty vocal, as y'all know, it looks, some people think that I'm judging them when it's just a question. Like, sometimes they're not even aware that that's what they're doing, or that it could lead to this, or because you do this, now I'm doing this, like, because you want me to join you with this certain thing, but it may not be affecting you, but now it's affecting me. I don't really want to go into that, but um sometimes, I mean, misery doesn't always just love company, but sometimes whatever we're doing loves company too.
Mm-hmm.
And I would rather.
Go.
This is almost like our whole conversation earlier, Eric. Like, I would rather things just, stay the same. This is how it was. Why's it got to be this? Why you got to enter this into the ring?
Good word.
You know what I'm saying? Why can't it just be? Why can't we just be? Consistency is so important. I've been saying that, and I've learned that people don't become. They're just not consistent. And if you care about somebody, like, how do you say you love somebody, you care about somebody, but you can't even share with them how you feel? Like, you can't even tell them the truth about something they did. I'm gonna use it. You'll be okay. I know you'll be fine. So, Erica, last week we were getting on the live. It's okay, right, Erica? Mm-hmm. And because she's my friend, and I think she knows that I'm not normally like that, she's like, I'm feeling a kind of way. I didn't tell you. I was so proud of you, because she started this conversation about sometimes self-sabotaging, but she doesn't usually really speak up, like, right away. She doesn't say what bothers her. She observes it. She'll tell you. She'll get around to telling you when it's convenient for her to do so. But she said it right there on the phone, like, at that moment. And I'm like, and then I end up crying. One, because I don't want to hurt my friend. I'm just emotional anyway, and I have a lot going on. But because she's my friend, and I apologized to her right then. Am I telling a lie?
No, you're not lying.
She was able to tell me how she felt in the moment, and I was able to tell her how I felt. Both of us apologized to each other, because that's not how we feel about her. I love her. You know what I'm saying?
I love you too.
It's a real relationship. But in the moment when stuff was heated, she was able to express how she felt. I was able to express how I felt. We came together, apologized, and then we had a great show. This was like right before the show. Things happen in life, but most people run away from that instead of just dealing with whatever the emotion is in the moment, if you can, because some people are not mature to do that. They have to separate and come back, and that's fine too. But the point is, be man or woman enough to deal with, to express yourself. I literally cannot comprehend somebody 40 years and up. I can't understand 30 years and up, and you cannot express yourself in an appropriate manner, because you can do it on your job. You can do it with your family a lot of times. So do it with your friends, and especially your significant others.
But unfortunately, not everyone has that kind of emotional bandwidth. Thank you for being proud of me. I'm not always that way with people. One, I'm always worried about hurting people's feelings. I don't want to hurt people's feelings. But two, I've also been conditioned in a lot of ways to not be that person. And in order to preserve my own sanity, I give into that conditioning. I mean,
not that day, y'all.
I could go head to head, toe to toe with someone, but I really rather not. I'd rather it be peaceful. And because I am psychology counseling minded, because I am an emotional cancer, I love emotions. I love feelings. I don't have no problem with us expressing them. We don't have to hide our feelings, and we can talk about our feelings. But Not everyone is capable of that. And, some of us end up in situations, relationships, work, love, whatever, where it's not safe, or it's not freeing, or it's not comfortable, or it's not, encouraged, any of those things, right? And then also, because I work with children, because I'm on the elementary level, and I can just see, some kids just aren't even being raised to show emotions well. And so then they become the kids who become the teenagers, who become the young adults that have these maladaptive ways of showing how they feel. Yeah, I wanted to throw that word out there,
Good
sound.
word, Eric.
God damn.
Because it goes with the field, chef. It's they use that in education all the time. But no, seriously, all jokes aside, I mean, they just don't know how to express themselves well, right? And so they go about it in very bad ways. But sometimes those bad ways get them the attention that they're looking for.
Which is sad
Interesting.
in my opinion. I mean, it's you're right. You are
Hmm.
correct. It's super sad though that I don't. I'm not a parent, but I don't understand parents who don't teach like there are an absorbent amount of people I know who do not know how to express their feelings. They can't even say I'm sad. They rather hit, punch, spit, kick, walk the halls. Because I'm at a non-traditional school and we deal with the same type of situations. Um, and that's what they know. And I mean, I can love each and every one of them, and I actually do because I start with my
Hmm.
love meter full. You got to do something for it to dwindle down and fill back up. Um, and yet I get tired of saying the same thing over and over and over and over again. I don't want to keep on telling you to go to class. I don't want to tell you to get out the hall, please. Hi, love you. Have a great day. Go to class. You know, I had spoken to this one girl. We're cool now, but she graduated. When we were in the hall, she came in. And I said, "Good morning," because that's what I do. I speak. If I don't know your name, or if I do know your name, I greet you. And she was like, she didn't say nothing. I was like, it kind of threw me because my mom, my dad were like, "Did you get up on the wrong side of the bed?" They weren't playing with that though. Like if you walked
Hmm.
into a room, then you're going to greet the people that are there. You walked into the room, so you say hello, good morning, whatever. She's like, "What do you want me to do?" And I said, "Say good morning." And we had our moment then, but I believe in teachable lessons. Not so much for me, but what are you going to do in the world? What are you going to do when you out of this school or outside of these four walls? What type of relationship are you building? You think your boss is going to be cool? Some might because they were also raised that way, right? But in general, you walk into a boardroom and you don't greet people. You walk into an important meeting and you don't greet people. Like the way that we are at home, it trickles so much into like our real everyday life, which is why I always believe in teaching people to fish as opposed to getting the fish for them. I can help you out and get the fish, but let me teach you how to fish yourself so that you know what to do when you're outside of your everyday norm. Because the real world is not going to be this forgiving and this open. Why you laughing?
I'm laughing because it goes back to why we got into our tiff before the last show. That's why
So,
I was just laughing.
but yeah, but I think what my whole point even with that is that I appreciate that. Well, we have this type of relationship. If we didn't know, now we know. So I was like, she did she? And we could have been like, you know what I'm saying? It could have been on, right? Because I know I
Mhm.
could go in, and I've seen Erica in other ways too. So I know it's there. But I appreciate that we have the type of friendship that we can say whatever we need to say. And I heard her, and because I care about her, because I have relationship with her, then it was enough for me to want to try to fix whatever it is,
And
the
because I
damage that I
understood
caused.
that you had a lot going on as well, that, my request, it wasn't so much about my request, it was the timing of my request. I understood that. So, and Chef is
And
just
she
looking
did
at
what
us
she
like,
needed to
what
do.
in the
She worked
world?
it out, and it was
I worked
cool.
it
This
out.
is when you came on, and you were like, "I just came on. I didn't know. I don't know what was happening." Do you remember that week, Chef? Okay, he's fine. But we're good, and we are good, Erica.
Yes. What?
I said we're good, right?
Oh, yeah, we're
I just
good.
wanted to make sure that
We were
wasn't
good
nothing else.
then. We were good
Okay.
then. We're good now.
Yeah. So my point is just, whether it's whatever type of relationship it is, because y'all know I'm a restorative practitioner too, and we talk about dignity, mutual concern, and respect.
Excuse me, you a what?
Restorative practitioner, so restorative
Res-
practices.
you restore what?
That's what it's the field is it called restorative practices or
What's that?
restorative justice. So in it, it's a way of being in order to so like we would have. I'm trying to find the simplest way to describe it. But if you and I had an issue, look at his food, so
He wants to know.
serious. I
He's like,
know.
Yeah,
he's
I'm
intrigued.
interested.
Then we
Yeah,
do like restorative circles, restorative
yeah.
conversations. There's specific questions that we ask in order to find out what happened, what was going on at the time, what were you thinking at the time. Like there's specific questions. What do you need to move forward from whatever that situation was? We do it with dignity, mutual concern, and respect. And so restorative justice is the broader thing, but in our county we use them interchangeably. And so a practitioner, of course, is one who actually practices it, but it's a way of being rather, and relationships are at the center. So having mindful relationships, like I can't just know that I hurt my friend and just brush it off and act like it doesn't matter. Now, if you're not my friend, I'm still respectful. I still may show mutual concern and dignity. This is me. This is what I try to do in all the relationships, because even when you're not cool with somebody, it can still be a relationship. I still got to work with all those people in my building, whether I like them or not, right? It's still a relationship. It's a working relationship. And so I could share more with you off camera because that's going to take us into a whole
Oh,
nother
oh.
session.
So you just let me get this straight. What you do is make people recall actions and behavior. That's what I heard.
So that's not
It's
Oh,
like a form of mediation.
Yeah, it's similar to mediation, but there's specific questions. Do you remember? Okay, you
like
remember back in the
recall
day?
accounts.
No, not necessarily. Remember back in the day, like if you ever watch an old movie and they would be sitting around a fire outside, like a lot of the indigenous people, and they'll be sitting around a fire, whatever. That's almost like a community circle, community building circle. So they come together usually to try to right a wrong that's been done, a conflict that's taken place. And so we don't, of course, burn fire in the buildings down. We have a circle. There's a talking piece. Only the person with the talking piece can actually speak. He's laughing at this. It's like really serious. Like if you saw the transformation,
Like a seance.
no, it's not a
What?
seance. Not at all. You taking it like it's
Where do
it's
you
very
get a
serious and
seance from?
transformative, and you would have to be a part of it. But I've seen people who've had conflicts, like literally transform and be able to be okay. There's people who have been wronged and hurt, like even like on the West Coast. Even I was actually going to take a job where I would have been a restorative justice coordinator, and it was in the prison system there, and so I don't believe him. Anyway, they like so people who have been raped have been a part of these, and they talk to the victim, and they're able to come to some conclusion. People who are or conclusion, um, people who have been hurt, they've even had it for people who have been murdered. So there are some severe situations, and then it might be just a fight, and you find out after you have the circle, it was really just a misunderstanding. So it's a way of communicating, a way of being, and bringing back um, their harm circles or restorative circles, and then there are also community building circles where you do things to try to build the community.
Well, thank you.
I
I
would
learned
say if
something.
you've never been a part of one, to try to be a part of one, to even be present in it, because you'll see how transformative they actually can be. So I'm a practitioner of that as well. But I was saying all that to say it's really about building relationships.
Always comes back to relationships. We were made by our God for relationship, and He gave us each other for relationships.
Yes. And on that note, we're going to end because I just, even when I don't try to laugh, I laugh because Chef He's a
Well,
lot, y'all.
I learned something new. That's all. That's all.
Okay.
That's interesting. Thank you for sharing. I've never heard of that ever.
Restorative practice.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
never heard of that.
I mean, if
Thank
you're
you.
not in education settings or the other settings and where they use it, you might not have heard of it. I mean, I hadn't heard of it outside of the work, that we do in education. So I get that.
They started in jails and prisons.
Hmm.
That's where it started. You've heard of the school to prison pipeline?
Hmm. Well,
So that's about restorative justice too,
I,
meaning if you've been suspended, the more
so
you're suspended, you go.
I understand the concept, and I understand the how crucial it can be, especially if you're working with victims of such. But I've never heard of it. And then when you was like, it's before you told me how serious it was, you were saying that you all come together in like a circle, like a community, like a community circle. So I'm like, okay, this seance,
No, it's
you
not.
talk
It's
about the
far
fire,
from a
or
seance. I was
but
using that as an example because I know sometimes people can relate to the movies. So, like anybody that has questions about this, I would rather clarify them specifically. So, just email me or DM me or something. But yeah, it's
yeah, we
not a
gotta say
seance.
something. Yeah, it's not a
It
seance.
it's
People,
definitely not
it's
that.
not. No, it's not a people.
Yeah,
It's not a seance.
You trying to correct the people? It was you.
it's right. It's not that, and it
It's
really is
not
a
that.
way of being.
Yeah,
They do have
it's
community circles where
serious.
you're trying. It is
It's
serious.
very. It's listen.
Lord, please help me. I
Mm, it is serious.
It's a
And
nut.
if you want to be a part of it, email Lisa. She got you.
well, kind of. I don't do them myself, but
You
not
was gonna be
now.
a court marshal. I mean, a court justice.
It wasn't a court justice. It was a restorative justice coordinator. Like, what in the world? My God.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
Lord, please.
that's got to be up there in the ranks, right?
No, it
Oh,
just was in the prison system. You should look it up. Look,
Um,
let me put restorative justice in here. I'm like, look up. I'm putting it in the notes. And maybe you'll go back when you make your thing. Or I might have to edit this whole thing out. You know we're live right now because oh my goodness.
no, this is good information. The people gonna love it. Don't cut it out. They'll love it.
Mm, okay.
They'll love
Did you
it.
want to say anything before we leave, Chef?
It's cold outside. Stay in the house. Ain't
Well, that's
nothing.
true.
Ain't nothing out there but cold breath.
Why can't it ever be something serious related? Can you say something related to the show?
I was serious. This show, I was serious. Think about it.
No, you just
Think
were
about it.
quiet. It's different.
No, I was. You guys was. I was interested in what you was saying about relationships and friendships and how it all commingle. And I was like, wow, I didn't know all this about you guys, and I'm learning about you. See, look at that. It's a ton of information, so I just wanted to
I think I
learn
have
it.
a tear. Literally, it's a
Yeah,
tear in my eye.
wanted to learn it.
Okay,
Thank you.
Erica, you're welcome. Erica,
so my parting words would be, for those of us, I'll say us, right? I'll make it inclusive. For those of us that feel we might be self sabotaging our relationships, that we should look inward and see the great good in us and realize that we deserve whatever
Mm.
good thing is out there for us, right? And 2026, let's try to find our ways of getting it.
let's try it. Yep, what she said.
Hmm.
And I just want to say thank you all for doing this. I look forward to it. We don't discuss you all, just in case you know, we don't discuss what we're talking about. It is literally random but real. And don't even edit unless I edit that last part out.
All I'm saying is when you step outside, start breathing. You're gonna see your breath in front of you.
We
That's all I
got it.
was
It
trying
is
to.
cold.
I
It's
understood. It
stay in the
absolutely
house.
is. And my front porch and back porch is a whole sheet of ice. So,
Mm.
Stay in the
yeah,
house. What's out
Be
there?
safe. Be safe
yeah,
out there.
You're gonna be out there
absolutely safe.
sliding,
Yeah.
skating.
And like I said, some of these
Life
you all see
alert.
them live. I mean, you'll see it now,
Life
but other
alert.
people it's pre-recorded. So this will be, shown later, but that's fine for those who didn't catch it live. But we thank you all for joining us, and we will see you all soon. Have a great. So one senior lady out.
Erica out.
Peace.